Brian Carroll here. I'm going to respond back to Brandon Lillys' very funny and witty response to my challenge that I posted on his wall. Brandon and I have known each other for about 3 years, maybe a little longer, and great lifter, really strong. He's proven himself both raw and equipped. He had a very funny reply, like I said, and I just had a couple questions for him. Number one, I just wanted to ask him how the Bear Festival was going up in Providence. I hear that it's where all you and your buddies are hanging out, and I hope you have a good time, stay safe. Hate for you to get injured in some way, then the challenge would be off. Another thing is, I was looking on the XPC website for the results of the Arnold, and I didn't see where you finished. So just kind of curious to see if you competed or whatever that day. I can't find you on there. So anyway, back to the topic. Well, before we even get into the challenge, I just got to mention something about the beards. Everyone's beard this, beard that. Greg Penora started the really clean cut beard thing. I've always thought it looked good. I've kind of followed in his footsteps. But in Greg's defense, Greg's not a bad looking guy. He didn't need to cover himself up like Abraham Lincoln just to hide, all the imperfections in his face, and just so his wife or girlfriend will stay with him. So here's a little point with that. So anyway, back to the challenge. Brandon, I will be glad to buy you dinner if you can outlift me, but seeing as how you lost the last bet when you didn't outbench me at the XBC, and you had to pay up with that, I'm gonna give you another chance and we can see what's up and how it goes. I'm expecting probably 405 for 10 from you in the close grip, 455 for 5 or 6, and then 500 for maybe a double since you benched 540 at that meet. You peaked for it. You benched a lot more than you did in the gym. I saw the 510. The 540 looked better at the gym than the 510 looked at EFS. So basically what I'm saying is I don't even need to train anymore and I'd still beat you even with 7 weeks. So I'm going to take it easy for the next week and let this tooth heal up. As you can see, I do have a swollen face all the time, but I had a wisdom tooth removed here from the right lower jaw here. So no straining or heavy training for the next week, which doesn't matter anyway. I'm going to win this, but I'd like to at least make it interesting and see what I can do just for my own, my own purposes, and just see what I can do as far as pushing myself with a close grip. So I'm calling it right now. Brandon will do about 405 for 10, 455 for about 5, and then 500 for maybe a double. And I'll probably do 405 for 12, 455 for 6, 7, and then 500. I probably won't even need to take 500, honestly, because I'm going to beat him another 2. So in all seriousness, challenges like this are awesome. I mean, you bring out the best of both lifters, as long as you're doing it with a good purpose and intent. If you're going to do something that's not going to carry over to what your goal is, then it's kind of silly, because then you risk injury and then you're out of what you really compete in and what you love. For me, this really carries over to my shoulder bench really well, getting the triceps strong. I need to bring up my chest size, my shoulder size. And this is a perfect way to do it in the off season. I'm not competing again against March, and like I said, Brandon and I are good friends, so it's gonna be a fun little challenge. And I really think that more people should do stuff like this and not get butt hurt when someone calls them out. Obviously, I knew Brandon wasn't gonna get butt hurt, but in the past, people seem to not take challenges nicely, or they go over the top, or what have you. But anyway, Brandon, I hope you're enjoying Bear Fest up in Providence. I hear there's a lot of good scenery in Rhode Island right now. Anyway, good luck to you, Brandon, and we'll update with this soon. It's going to be fun, and I'll even give you a nipple shot as I close this off for all your buddy friends up there in Providence.